Hey, what's up? Hey, it's your boy Coach. Hey, we back, baby. We in the third hour, putting it down. Putting it down. Hey, check us out. It's our Valentine's Day show today, and it's been deep. We have some great people on here today, and we still got our guests on here right now, the Triplets. Miss Pizza, what you think about them?
Oh, I love the Triplets. I'm so glad they're here with us this week. We learned so much about them on our special show that we had last week. But hi, guys.
Talking about me.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, hey, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm still... no, because she was talking about me. You can go and do what you're doing. No, I was still marinating on Freddie. I hadn't heard Freddie in a long time.
Oh, well,
my God.
let's bring Freddie low. You know how Cogee do it. We're gonna give you a little bit more Freddie then. We'll have Freddie down low as we finish talking real quick.
All right. Yeah, he used to be on tour with Ready for the World.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we go back with Freddie, old school.
Okay. So what y'all think of? Let me jump the tracks real quick. It's been a sad situation with Whitney Houston. What's y'all's take on that?
It was shocking to hear. It was almost like the Michael Jackson thing, like, for real? Yeah, right. I immediately told Rufus that her life is like the Billie Holiday story, and it all will eventually come out. Whatever it is, if it was from a toxic relationship or toxic environment, or something just gone bad. Maybe you reaching for something. Maybe she just got that medicine and she was over medicated. I mean, who knows? But it will eventually all come out in the wash. You reaching.
Right.
Hey man, you know what? Can I say something real quick about PC? Right. I love common sense, Cogee, and what I heard with both of your boys that was on the phone was a lot of common sense. So my thing as far as relationships will go to common sense. Use your common sense. Common sense says that if you yell at a woman, she's probably not going to want to snuggle to you later on.
Right.
Common sense says if you walk out the house, don't tell her where you finna go, she probably finna do the same thing to you. So just use common sense.
Right, and common sense says that just because you ate that cereal growing up don't mean that's the cereal I'm like.
Let me just talk to Cogee now. I'm just trying to make a point here.
Hey, this is love, y'all. Valentine Day. This is the Triplets, man. They've been married 22 years, doing it big. Definitely. So what you saying,
man,
Mr. Rufus?
That's my best friend, man.
Yeah, we're BFFs.
I heard that. Hey, we want a lot of people to be able to say that, and that's why we're trying to sprinkle this message on them today, about Valentine's and, about staying together, just trying to learn how to treat each other with respect to build back up that love and back up that attraction. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, man. That's what's up.
I hate to go here with it, but I got to put this out there, Cogee. A lot of what is put out in the media is teaching these young men how to disrespect women.
Yeah.
Teaching them how to call them out their name.
Right.
They're not being properly taught on how to treat women.
Hurt form.
And can't necessarily blame it 100% on that, but they're also seeing this in their homes. So, people send us stuff all the time. I got an email the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see those two grandmothers getting into a fight in the hospital? Oh, my gosh. Two grandmothers. They got into a knockdown, drag-out fight after one of their daughters' baby had just been born, talking stuff on the phone, trying to take a picture of the baby. They elbowing each other, and one of them telling them, I'm tired of you. Okay, you tired of this mess? I take it outside, da-da-da-da-da. That's the type of stuff our youth is seeing. So if that's the type of role models and impressions that they're getting, that carries over.
Right. Yeah, you definitely right. You have to send that to my email so I can check it out. Definitely.
Oh man, you're gonna crack. Hey, we shouldn't be laughing, but you're gonna crack up, dog.
Yeah. At the end of the video, now mind you, they're in the hospital, and at the end of the video, one of them says somebody called 911. You in the hospital.
They were being funny, dear.
Oh, wow. Hey, let me
They
ask
were
y'all.
just being funny at the end of the video.
Let me ask y'all this real quick before I break y'all out. What y'all got going on for Valentine's Day? But I mean, I know every day is Valentine's Day to y'all, but what do y'all got planned?
Man.
Right. And this is one of these things. But foregoing this, let me tell you, Coachy, foregoing this Saturday, we are leaving for Florida, and we will be in Orlando for NBA All-Star. Now, ladies, would you want to forego one day to be in Orlando for an entire week doing it big? I think you would.
Well, I mean, we just don't put emphasis on it. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, that's what it is, dear. Tell them what it is.
There it is. Miss Peaches, would you want to be in Orlando?
Hey, Orlando sounds fun. I'm with Jenny. You can forego one day to do something even bigger. The memories will last much longer than. Oh, do you remember that one Valentine's Day? And
man, that ain't no Valentine's shoot. You talking about? I don't know. I might prefer the one day. Shoot all this money.
Yeah, see, that's where it gets caught up. But the thing about it, Peaches, the memories last a lifetime.
I'm just saying. Baby, I'm just saying, man.
Hey, man, y'all know I got love for y'all. Like I said, y'all been together 22 years, man, and still able to have fun, joke with each other, and just go there with each other, you know what I'm saying, and hold that love tight. And that's what it's about. That's why I had to have y'all on the show today, man. I mean that, definitely. Hey, and at 4 o'clock, I'm doing a whole hour, tribute to Whitney. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to call back in and just say some encouraging words at 4 o'clock, I appreciate it. We got a lot of people that's going to be calling in, and I would love for y'all to chime in, about Whitney.
Pacific.
Yeah, he's on Pacific time.
Yeah.
He's on the West Coast. He's in Vegas.
I keep forgetting you're smarter than me.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. You did.
Hey, but I definitely want to thank y'all for being on the show today. My other guest is in.
Buddy.
We got to get him in and get him out. This man is really on fire doing things, and we can't hold him up too long. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hold y'all up either. I know y'all just as busy, you know what I'm saying, doing y'all's thing, but I love y'all. I mean that. I got a lot of love for y'all, definitely.
Hey,
thanks for having us.
Yeah,
you too,
we love you too, Cogee, and we'll hit you up because we should be out in Vegas in a couple of months.
Okay, do that. And like I said, I'll come through y'all show too. Hey, and we'll finish this up.
Okay, got you. Thanks so much. Everybody have a wonderfully happy day. Whatever you do today, have a happy one.
Okay, there it is. Thank you. And like I said, I'll be talking to y'all soon. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye. So everybody, that was the triplets right there. Been together 22 years, and y'all see how they got a lot of love for each other. They joke and play with each other back and forth. 22 years, y'all, and still in love. You know what I'm saying? Still holding on through a lot, but making it work. Hey, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back. I got my man Wesley Jonathan is gonna come in. The girls love him. You know what I'm saying? Got questions to ask him about Hollywood, about the scene, about is he single? Do we got a woman? You know what I'm saying? The women want to know. And hey, the man's on fire, and he's doing his thing. I got a lot of love for the brother, and I got to support him. Don't change that dial. This is Conversations with Cogee, and we'll be right back.
Hey, girl. What? Hello? Oh, my God.
After college, they all went their separate ways. But with the death of their friend Dennis, they found their way back.
Salt and pepper thugs. Yeah, wipe me down.
We all haven't talked or seen each other in a while. Time and distance kind of got in the way.
My name is Veronica Stevens, Esquire, and I am the custodian to Dennis Lawson's estate.
Hey, anybody ever tell you like making good?
Don't do that.
Well, she's sexier anyway.
If you'd have done a better job of keeping in touch, you'd have known about the fortune I made investing in the social networking industry.
And they all are entitled to a portion. But there's just one catch.
All of you must spend 5 days together at my home bonding and catching up like old times.
So you mean to tell me that nobody gets anything if one of us leaves?
Well, that's what the will stated.
Now they will all have to confront the issues of their past.
You're the one that dumped him to pursue some kind of career.
Last thing you did was Wild Things 17, the cougar version.
Say, you think all of us being here was a good idea?
And the secrets.
What made you go to a historically black college?
I'm black.
How do you marry a man if you're not sure if he loves you?
You take that ring and you say I do.
From producer Datari Turner.
You're my hero. You are. It's Obama, and you right underneath. Why would a toy store even think of hiring a porn director for the commercials?
Hold on. I'm a director of erotic car.
And writer-director Corey Grant.
I need this money. I don't get a job soon. I'm about to call you for Amazing Booties Part 7.
You gonna be available, though?
NotGonnaHappen.com.
Okay.
You did a video called Booty Shots? What was you thinking?
Hey, guys.
9 friends, 1 house, and a whole lot of drama. Stacey Dash, Reagan Gomez Preston, Wesley Jonathan, Jason Weaver, Persia White, Stacy Keebler, Datari Turner, Jose Chanchez, Christian Keys, Tatiana Ali, Vanessa Simmons, Terrell Owens, and Megan Good. This film is not yet rated.
This is the Baby L song. Watch me put it on. Watch me put. It's not what you think.
Girl, you won't believe what his nasty ass in there doing.
Opening in select theaters.
And now, back to Conversations with Cogee.
What's up, everybody? We back. Hey, Miss Peaches, what's up with you?
Hey, Coach. I'm enjoying the show, having fun as usual. I've gotten a lot of great tips, and, man, I love the triplets.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the triplets, man, I got a lot of love for them. 22 years holding it down and still loving each other, having fun. Hey, that's what it's about today.
That's right.
Definitely. And check us out. I want to thank Executive Suites at 5643 West Charleston, Suite 11, Las Vegas, Nevada. Check us out. We definitely want to thank them for the treats they got in today to give away to our guests. Their number is 702-796-0455. And, hey, what did you think about the trailer from Dysfunctional Friends a minute ago?
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be cool. We got one of the stars on the phone right now, Mr. Jonathan Wesley. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? That would be Wesley Jonathan.
Wesley Jonathan. Yeah, there it is. There it is, definitely. So, man, how was it making that, man? Y'all sound like y'all was having fun, man.
Well, our associate produced as well as in it. A lot of us, all of us really, in the film are really close friends throughout the years that we've all been in this industry. And I mean, there's a few people that we had just met, you know what I'm saying, and just got to know during the film. But for the most part, we were all actually, really friends. And we just got together and did each other a favor. And, as black, actors and entertainers, just got together to support one another in a well-written project.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you know what? Datari Turner was on our show, man. He told us about it and told us what he was putting together and what he was going to do. Can we speak on Datari?
Absolutely. Datari is like a brother to me, man. I've known Datari for about a good 10 to 15 years. And, Datari started off, as a supermodel, man, and just, got fed up with being, a model and being, stereotypically, not intelligent, and really sank his teeth into the world of, understanding filmmaking and producing and getting projects off the ground. So I'm so proud of him and his growth, man. And he actually wasn't even supposed to be in Dysfunctional Friends. He kind of took the role at the last minute because we couldn't find the actor that we really wanted for that role. But he's had some acting background. But usually, he came from the modeling world. But now, he's an executive producer doing big things.
Right. What have you learned from him? Watching him do his thing and being a part of it. What have you learned from him? You know what I'm saying, that you kind of took away with you?
Well, aside from just learning how it works with numbers and gaining funds, you know what I'm saying, and talking to investors, I mean, just the producing world, just putting out fires and getting permits and getting things, paper that's legal for us to shoot a particular spot. I've learned a lot from him in that realm. And when he called me and asked me to be a part of it, not only to be in it, but to, associate produce and help him out in that realm, I was delighted, man. I was like, man, yeah, absolutely, for sure, I'm on. So, he's a smart dude, man, a lot smarter than people could even realize or expect from him.
Right. We had a great interview with him here on the show, man. I mean, he was really dropping some knowledge, man, and dropping a lot of science on people, man, about the game and, like why he came out of the game, like you said, he wanted to show people not only, was he a nice looking brother, but he was just as smart. And that was cool, man. I mean, a lot of people felt him, and he said a lot of good things about you guys, man, that, that he was going to have in the movies. Miss Peach, just chime in.
Yeah, I'm here with you. We had a great
interview with Atari Turner, and he just let us know all the big things that he was planning on doing, that he was working on, he already had in the works, and I'm just happy to see another project, out and ready for the world. So it's great to have a diverse cast and a diverse world that we can all go share and learn something from and enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And Wesley, you've been in the game a while, man. How old were you when you started?
I was 8 years old, man. I got my first job around 8 or 9 years old on a TV show called 21 Jump Street that actually propelled Johnny Depp's career.
Okay.
That was my first principal speaking role. Flew to Vancouver, shot for 2 weeks, didn't know anything about acting, but was just a kid who could take direction. And from there on, man, it was just planting my flag on every TV show you could think of, man, just trying, find my way and make my mark, man, and get better and better at what I do. So, yeah, I've been in it for a long time, man.
You definitely been in it for a long time, man. I'm looking at your resume. But one thing let me jump ahead for a second. You did Panthers with Melvin Van Peebles. Tell me about that, man. That's history right there.
Yeah, actually, Mario Van Peebles, his son, is the one who directed it and put together the project. But, of course, his father's always right by his side.
Right.
Is right by his side. But, yeah, man, it's funny because that film was my first feature film. The first time I laid eyes on myself on the big screen. And when I got there, I was like 15 years old. I had no idea. I had heard about the Panthers, but they don't really teach that in school. So, you would hear about little things here and there. You would see clips, but you didn't really know what these brothers was really about. I mean, I even thought there was just a bunch of brothers that was wearing leather jackets and pretty much gang bangers.
Right,
and
right.
It was not the complete case. Was not the case at all. And what ended up happening was that when I got the role, I still didn't really realize what I was getting involved with. And, my audition was pretty much improv. He made me kind of improv a lot of things. And I got the role and didn't really know to the magnitude, but once I got on set, of all the people that were in it and everybody that was involved. And then, he made us do a lot of research and reading, about the Panthers and, the revolution. And, and it was just not only a great experience to work with an all-star cast like that, but it was educational at the same time. And I was the youngest of the cast, and it was cool, man. It was a wonderful experience. And, Mario's a genius at what he does.
Yeah,
man. He takes risks. And, he takes risks and things that people were telling, they told him not to do that movie and did it anyway. So, he's, like I said, he's been in the game for a while, he's New Jack City and Posse and, and many other films. And his father, Melvin, was just right by his side, assisting him. And then when Mario redid Sweetback, Badass Song,
right.
He called me to do a little cameo in that film as well, so I went and did that or whatever. I still had my fro at the time, and did a little cameo in that. But yeah, man, he's always doing stuff that's kind of raising awareness of black struggle, African Americans in that struggle.
Right. What did you think about his father, man? The struggle. People don't know how deep it was, what his father went through to make that happen, and how he got blackballed, and how he just kept going, man. You know what I'm saying? When wouldn't nobody give him money. How deep was that?
Well, I mean, it was really especially back then. At that time, I mean, it was like, he was doing things that it was just like, major no-no, and wasn't nobody gonna give you no money to do it, especially the things that he was doing.
Yeah.
And like I said, Melvin, his son did this exact same thing. As an offspring, was just, didn't care really what everybody was saying. Don't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or he did what he wanted to do, you know what I mean? Right. Regardless of the, consequences that, were laid out. It was just like, listen, this is what I want to do. This is the story that I want to tell. And, if you don't like it, then, hey, I'm sorry for you. So, in that time, you get hung for some mess like that.
Got that right.
I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, he was fearless with that. So, the respect level for him, paving a way of black filmmakers, you got to kind of tip your hat off to him, and people don't really, realize it because it's so long ago. But, when you look back on, black filmmakers, there wasn't any. Melvin, it was one of the very few, if not the few, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, definitely. And he said after his movie broke, then that's when they came with Shaft. It was for a white person. Then they changed it to a black person because of what Melvin done. So so he opened up that door, you know what I'm saying, for Richard Roundtree, right?
Yeah, Richard Roundtree. He definitely, kind of broke down little walls and dimensions that, like I said, help us to this moment, to this day. So, I mean, you got to, like I said, pay your respects and salute him, man, as much as this young generation doesn't really realize or know. But, they try, back then he was, the Spike Lee, you know what I mean, in that era. And that era was far tougher than this one.
Oh, yeah, you definitely right, because believe me, I know I'm sitting here because of the risk he took. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for him. I mean that. We trying to get him on the show right now, man, so we can have a real deep conversation with him.
Oh, yeah, you might have to lock down airways for about a good 8 hours on that one.
Oh, I know, man, definitely. I seen him once before in L.A., man, but I didn't get to talk to him like I wanted to. I greeted him, but I definitely want to get him in because everybody told me he's really deep. He's going to break it all down, about Hollywood and everything. But speaking of Hollywood, what was it like this weekend, man, at the Grammys? You was there on the red carpet, right?
Well, I wasn't at the Grammys. I just did all the shindigging, man, all the partying, man.
Okay.
I didn't go to the actual Grammys, man. It's a lot of work, man. I'd rather go ahead and hang out.
Right. I heard that, man.
But I mean, from the air, just on the streets, man, and going to the different parties or whatever, it was it was fun, man. But it had also that dark shadow too of what I'm saying, Whitney Houston passing. So people were kind of in celebration mode, but there was yet still that kind of that sting, that chill, that this legend, this icon, this person that I grew up listening to as a young man is no longer here. And then just the fact that it's Black History Month and Don Cornelius just passed, and
man. Etta James.
Yeah, Etta James and Heavy D. I mean, this last 2 or 3 years, man, we lost a lot of really, really, really special people, man.
Yeah, man. Michael Jackson. I mean, the whole man. But you know what? Let me ask you this. You out there all the time, and you around a lot of the entertainers. But I want to ask you this. Do you see a lot of entertainers really taking it serious to step up and be that icon now that these people are gone? I mean, do you really see them taking it serious and looking at it like, I'm doing this to be a legend. I'm not just doing it just to make money, just to have fame, just to be seen. But no, I'm going to do this big.
Listen,
Your phone.
Again, a different time, a different era. I mean, somebody like Kanye West, to me, is a person that, is when you're trying to do everything, and you're trying to do everything to the fullest.
That's right.
Yeah, in that realm, you know what I'm saying? But then there are a lot of people that aren't, or they think that they are, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It varies. I mean, yeah, that exists still, but somebody like Beyonce, that's somebody who, to me, as in the current moment, you know what I mean, is doing exactly what all the Diana Rosses did in their time. You know what I mean, breaking. So yeah. I mean, there is a lot of that. You know what I mean? It's just that. Again, it's a different era and time, so things are looked at. I was looking at the Grammy Awards, man, and music is not like what it was when I was growing up. Music is like now about the shock value. What can I do to shock you? What can I do to show the gimmick? Or it's just not. It's just, and it's sad and it sucks, man, because these young cats don't even understand, man. That's how I know I'm getting older, because I don't listen. I don't like to listen to the new stuff anymore. I'd rather turn on, what I'm saying, the Marvin Gaye, the stuff I used to hear my mom listen to, you know what I mean?
Right.
That calms my nerves.
Yeah. I hear you, man, definitely. But let me ask you this. I want to ask you one more thing. Then I'm going to go to Miss Peaches because she got some questions that some young ladies wanted to know from you. But I'm going to ask you this real quick. How do you stay under the radar in L.A.? Man, I never hear about you, which is good. I'm praising you for that because there's so many trappings. I had Megan Good on here, man, and, man, we had a great show with Megan Good. I mean, she put it down, and she talked highly about all of y'all coming up. Young Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? She talked about Young Hollywood. How do you stay under that radar, Wesley?
Well, I mean, listen, man, it's a couple of things. First off, it's like you got different levels of notoriety, different levels of fame. And sometimes you got media that cares, and you got sometimes media that doesn't care. As far as just depending upon if they feel like, well, when we talk about Wesley, unless you see his face, no one really knows or no one cares. So we're not going to put him in a publication for something bad or get into a fight at a club. But on another scale, it's also too just sometimes you can't dodge a bullet, but your upbringing. Like my mom is from East St. Louis, man. She's about as gutter as it comes. You know what I'm saying? From the real hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just me growing up in this business has instilled so much grounding, and just me being humble and treating no matter what I do, treat everybody with as much kindness and respect as possible, and just a morale issue. You know what I mean? You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do things that aren't really in great taste, but watch where you do them. Watch how you do them. You know what I mean? And you can't be out on the street acting a plumb fool and not expect people to see you, you know what I mean, and not report back because that's what they're looking for. So be aware of your behavior. So I'm always constantly aware of what I'm doing, which can drive anybody crazy because who wants to live like that? But that's just the kind of business that we're in.
Right.
So I mean, like you got somebody like Megan, like who's a beautiful young lady who's a target, whether it be for fashion, whether they're always looking for a way to pick on you, and sometimes you can't get around it. But I think Megan has done extremely well with even her being under the radar as far as in bad press, so to speak.
Right.
But like you said, you go out there, you do your job, you play, and then you come home. And I'm a homebody, man. I spend a lot of times indoors. I go out and have my little binges and my fun, but I try to stay away from all that because I don't want to become what you call a tabloid star. I don't want to be known for bad things or things of like DUIs and drugs, and I want to be known for my work. So if you're not gonna put me in a publication because of a project or with my work, then that's fine. I can do without that. I'm good. I don't need to be in there for anything that's just like, oh, you got a divorce, or oh, a breakup, and who cares, man? It's about the work, man.
That's
so
right.
If you really focus in on the work, then you can kind of stay away from it. I mean, you got people like, again, Johnny Depp. He's a prime example of someone who, as big as he is, you don't really see him through the tabloids. You don't really see a lot going on with him because he knows it's about my work. I don't need to be out here. I can't stop them from taking pictures of me. But, I mean, if they put me in a publication from coming out of Starbucks, what is that? That's not, it's no big deal, whatever. But you don't ever see him out, Johnny Depp was caught in the back of an alley drunk and throwing up. You just don't see.
Yeah.
So you don't put yourself in those positions to get caught in that way. So you got to be, and some, like I said, some people, it's the surrounding. It's the people who are around you. Megan is surrounded by family and good people and, her peers that aren't going to allow her to walk out of an establishment where she can't stand. You're just not going to do that. And some people, they don't care and you can't tell them nothing. I got friends that you just can't tell them nothing and they're out there and they're parading and screaming and cursing. And it's like, all right, well, you got to do what you got to do. You'll pay the price in the morning. But I told you. Yeah. So it's a part of upbringing. It's a part of your surrounding and environment, really, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So, and to me, it's about the work, man. That's all I'm concerned with is the work now. And I was younger, I went through the stages of getting caught up in trying to be, big time or whatever the case. But as I got older and more seasoned in this business, that comes. You know what I mean? Let's focus on the work, and then the rest of it's going to come behind it as it shall. You know what I mean? As God willing. But if not, I can live with that. All I want to do is that good work, and when people see my work, you know what I mean, whether you cry, whether you hate me, whether you love me, whether you laugh, I just want to make you feel in any way, sort of, in any way, shape, or form.
You're right. As long as you're working your craft.
Yep.
I feel you on that. Let me ask you this. Who's some of your role models in the game right now that you get advice from, with the Denzels and the Will Smiths and Blair Underwoods and, I'm just throwing Tom Hanks. I'm throwing names out there that you done been in any circles with. Who's somebody that really lit a light bulb in your head with a conversation?
Let's see, Robert Townsend. Robert Townsend is somebody that's got, like I said, I love him with the passion. And I still, I did his TV show years ago, but I want to do a film with him, but I haven't. Let's see, Robert Townsend. At the time, Mario Van Peebles, when I was a little kid, man, he would talk to me a lot about, the business and not getting wrapped up into the whole la-la part of it. Who else? I've worked with so many different directors, man. Stan Lathan is somebody that's really, 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 I've known me since I was a kid and has watched me grow and, who got a lot of food for thought, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably going to think about a whole bunch as soon as I hang up right now, I bet.
I feel you.
That's how I always do.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But this is another thing I want to ask you. With young Hollywood right now, you've been in the game for a long time, and you're watching these young ones come in, man, and they just in the tabloids, man, and they doing all kind of stuff. Have you had a chance to talk to any of them? You know what I'm saying? And kind of drop a little science on them.
Let's see. Who have I? Well, I mean, in a way, they're, and without saying any names,
right?
They're a talented dude that that I talked to before he kind of started blowing up, and I told him, I said, we were shooting a movie, and I told him, I said, you have the recipe to have the big head, and he said, what? Me? Never, no, never that. I said, yeah, you don't know it yet, but I said, you're extremely talented, man, but, you got to understand something. It's not about this sprint, this one job or this two jobs that happen to ignite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a longevity kind of situation that you want here, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And, so I gave this kid advice prior to him actually snapping because I saw that it was going to happen. I can kind of see what kids out here, what youngsters got a nice, kind of thing that's going to happen. They don't even know it, but I'm like, yeah, you got something, man. Just, if you remain grounded and cool and understand that this is a marathon, man, you want to go all the way to the end. You don't want to have a couple of little fast, hot bursts and then burn out.
That's right.
And again, it's like watch your surroundings, man. If you got a bunch of yes men around you, people ain't telling you no. And that was the problem with a lot of big stars. I mean, Michael Jackson included, man. When no one's telling you no, and you push. Well, Michael's kind of a different story, but same idea. Once everybody's telling you, oh yeah, that's great, or yeah, this is hot, or this is, and no one's telling you the truth, man. You are destined for just doom. It's just not gonna work, man. You gonna burn yourself out real fast. Yeah. And the minute you start thinking you better than other people just because you got a hit film, the industry's going to remind you real quick that you are black, and that you are one of many, and you can easily, as hot as as fast as you became hot, man, it don't take but a second for you to not be hot, and people don't like you because of your air, your energy, and the way you hold yourself. And I think that's another reason why I've been consistently working so long. And I won't say like I'm a star, I'm a celebrity, or I'm at this point or level in my career, but the key word that comes to my mind when describing my career is consistency.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've always worked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will always work. And I think it's because just being a likable person and easy to work with on set. People don't like to work with difficult people, you know what I mean? And when you're difficult, the word gets passed around. They're too difficult, or, you know what I mean? They get on set and they want their Evian water at temperatures of 22 degrees, or,
Right.
Yeah. You start getting like that, don't nobody want to play with you, man. So, you're not the only person with talent. You're
That's
not
right.
the only person.
That's right.
There's so many people that's ready and hungry to take your place.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You're definitely right on that.
But
let me ask you this. Love in Hollywood. Does it exist?
It exists. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I think if you meet the right person who understands, if you guys agree on how to really handle it. I mean, because really and truthfully, love is there, but what happens is the outside kind of tears that apart.
Right.
So you can have a strong love all you want to, but once those vultures, and I'm talking media, I'm talking the public, and I'm talking the social networks, which are the huge demise of these relationships, than your typical financial infidelities. I mean, because at the end of the day, even if you add financial stress and infidelity to a relationship, if nobody knows between the unit that you're having these issues, in other words, I cheat on my wife, but no one knows who we are, no one cares, it's easier to repair. Easier. It doesn't mean it's going to be repairable, but it's easier than you having the world point, laugh, and tear you down. It's kind of hard to stay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So adding the popularity to it, creates a different type of challenge. But the love is there. It's just torn away by the nonsense. You know what I mean? I mean, easy stuff like. You can be faithful to your girl, and you get on Twitter, and some girl saw you at a club yesterday and says, "Oh my God, at Wesley Johnson, it was so nice to see you at the club yesterday." Now this girl actually saw me at the club. I might have said hi to her amongst many, but the way she painted the picture was nice. Nice seeing you at the club, as if it was something, other than what it was.
Yeah, something arranged.
Doubt. Yeah, it just creates fogginess and doubt and clouds your stuff, and it just adds different little rays of poison to your unit. You know what I mean? So yes, love exists, but yes, love can easily be damaged with the element of popularity and money and this business.
Right, there it is. Miss Peaches, chime in real quick with my man Wesley.
Okay, how you doing, Wesley?
I'm good, Peaches. I'm good.
I'm enjoying your interview so far.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, when all my girls found out that we were having a heartthrob Wesley Jonathan on the show for Valentine's Day, they, of course, started texting me what they wanted to know, and I just have a few of their questions for you.
Sweets. That's all they've been saying to me. They've been texting me, is that sweets?
That's right.
Sweetness.
Yeah, definitely. No, but that's what they've been texting me on it. The girls are calling you sweets. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's him. I hear you. But go ahead, Miss Peaches.
So what we want to know is Valentine's Day special to you?
Not really. Here's why I say that. For a couple of reasons. One reason is because I grew up, my religious background. I grew up, and I'm inactive now. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so I don't really celebrate any holidays. But Valentine's Day to me should be every day, and I don't want to sound cliche because I know people say that, but if I got a girlfriend, if I have a wife, if I have someone that I'm into, I don't make even when I'm with them, I tell them, how I work and how I function. But it's like every day should be that way. Why is it this one day of February 14th I'm programmed by whomever, where the origin of it comes from, that I'm supposed to, I guess, throw up my love all over for you? Well, it should be every day. I mean, granted, am I going to do anything for you on this day? Probably, but no different than I would on yesterday or the day before. So to me, it's about being genuine to my feeling. When I tell you I love you, I'm telling you because I feel that, not necessarily for you. I mean, I want you to know it, but this is what I'm feeling right now. I'm missing you right now. I'm a little more genuine and sincere versus programmed. Like, oh my God, February 14th. What am I going to do for her? I don't drive myself crazy like that. And any woman to me that puts that kind of thing where it's like, now you're putting this so much on this day, this, you know what I mean? Kind of like, well, it's artificial. It's not real. I'm just doing it because it's programming. It's not really coming from my heart. I'm just doing it because I know I'm going to get in trouble if I don't. So I don't know. It's a fine line between the importance of it. It's important to love your loved one, your spouse, your people all day, every day. You know what I mean? Is it a reminder? Is Valentine's Day a nice reminder? Of course. You know what I mean? It's a nice reminder. You use it as that. You use it as a tool to say, you know what? I haven't been, in this relationship, I've been kind of comfortable. I've been kind of slipping on my pimping. I ain't really been doing nothing for my lady or whatever the case may be. Let me use this day to kind of kick up my game a little bit. But don't just stop there. Continue it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in a way, Valentine's Day is a nice reminder of, hey, if you got that person that you dig or whatever the case may be, do something nice for them and continue to do something nice for them. Don't just single it out like, okay, we went to dinner and got you a massage. Now let's go back to the regular old, just, hey, how you doing, baby? Love you. Good to see you. It just, I don't know. It just,
really? That's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It becomes fake. It's like, all right, she knows it's coming. It's February 14th. She knows it's coming. And, if you don't do it, you're going to be in the doghouse. You really don't feel like it, but, you got to do it because you don't hear her mouth. And then it just becomes a false kind of thing. Like, it's false all day long for me, aside from a religious standpoint. I feel like, do that every day. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do it even more on February 14th, so be it. You know what I mean? But, to me, it should be an everyday thing, man, to shower your woman with certain things, and not just necessarily material things. Women love little stuff, so, you ain't got to have a lot of money to show your love to a woman.
There it is. Miss Peaches.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So that brings me to the next question that they wanted to know is, are you single? Or do you have someone special?
Nah, I'm single. Happily.
Oh, okay. So you're a nice-looking guy. So how come nobody snatched you up yet?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's a matter of just. I guess I wouldn't even say I've met a ton of beautiful women. I ain't talking about appearance. I'm talking about inside out. Just wonderful women over the course of time. I would say, if anything, it's the stage in my life right now that it's me. I'm crazy. I can't really. I'm a realist. I'm a little crazy right now. I can't really focus in on you know what I'm saying, I guess taking the energy out just on forcing it. Now if I meet somebody and it just happens where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just open, then you can't fight that. But I've met a lot of beautiful women, but there's nothing yet that's made me say, I gotta drop everything, hold up. I am going to take some time and to really make this person happy, or I just right now, I have to be honest, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, I'm in a selfish place right now, and so right now I'm married to a beast of a career that I still, to me, have not yet been got to where I feel like I need to be, or I should be, or the respect that I would like, or I just got a mission, and that mission is women aren't really in that cards right now for me. I mean, like I said, you can't control love, and it happens to smack me in my face, and I take it as it comes. But I'm kind of like, it's not about the woman that's swooping me off my feet. I just haven't met it to that degree. But I have met really women that I've dated or whatever that I've gone, that was a really good woman. Did I miss out on something? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you do that, you're like, I don't know. I mean, she was really cool. And because you meet somebody else and you're like, wait, seeing now this, I know I don't want this.
Yeah.
I know for sure I don't want that. So, and the more, and I have to say that the more that I've done long-term relationships, I've had my fair share of some stretches. And the more I say that I date, people hate dating, and I understand why they do. Oh, you got to meet somebody new and start all over. But the more that I date, the more I continue to find out about me. I really, really learn more and more. The more, brains that I pick over dinner and talk to these different women or whatever the case may be, I really find out more about me and what I'm going to tolerate, what I'm not going to tolerate, what I want and what I don't want. I mean, when I was 20 years old, I thought that I knew what I wanted. I didn't know anything. 25, same thing. As I get older, it's just like, you know what? I'm getting better. So I'm still bettering me. How about that? I'm still working to be the the better man. So when I do get into it, I know how to do it right. You know what I mean? And not be floating around here eye wandering and whatnot.
Right. One of my boys just texted me and said, "Ask Wesley who's the hottie on the website. I guess on your pictures on your website. That's the one girl. She was in the video with Jaheem."
Oh, that's Denise Lawton, man. Let me tell you, I dated Denise. Me and Denise were together. She's my ex-girlfriend, man. Denise, we dated for about 3-4 years. Wonderful woman. She's an actress. Has been in this business for a while. She is just like right now, again, my best friend. We're still friends to this day. We've had our ups and downs, but that's life and that's relationships. But right now, we're currently friends. And we rolled together tough, man. That was my people's, man. And anything she ever needs, she always, always has my help. And but yeah, she's a beautiful woman, man. Her mother's Korean, her father is black, and they created this beautiful woman that people see on the internet standing next to me.
Oh yeah, my boy said you won with that, man. That was the moral of the story. He said, "Tell Wesley he won with that one, man. Definitely."
Right on, man.
Miss Peaches, go ahead.
Okay, the next question we have is, what would be a perfect date for you? If you're spending Valentine's with someone tomorrow, or just on any average day, like you said, if it's an everyday thing for you, what's the perfect date?
Let's see. Since I'm in California or whatever, little things, man. Like I like in Griffin Park, in California, there's horseback riding. I like doing like odd things, different things that that your average couples aren't going to do. I mean, I like stuff like going to a hockey game. I mean, how many sisters have ever been to a hockey game? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Shit like that. I mean, dinner, yeah, that's typical. Okay, we can go to dinner. We can go eat. You can always go and eat. But It wouldn't be just one thing. It would be a full day of just different activities or whatever. You know what I mean? At the end of the night, you always want to end it with a little, little rub and touch. You know what I'm saying? But it could be anything like us going to Burt Williams and getting a couple's massage and something of that magnitude. You know what I mean? Or even all that kind of stuff, man. It's kind of cool to me. That would be a perfect day, but it would be a full day of different activities, not just dinner, movies, and then home. That's kind of basic. You do that on a regular.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, Wesley. I need to cross you over into my next hour. Then we're gonna Peaches just got a few more questions to ask you real quick. I know you're a busy man, and then we'll let you break out. But we want to know what you got coming up next. I mean, you telling us about the love life. Peaches gonna ask you just about 2 or 3 more questions, and I want to know what all you got coming up. What all can my people expect to see you in? So we're gonna get that in with you in the next hour. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Okay, all right. Just hold on for 1 minute, my brother. So, hey, everybody, it's my man Wesley Jonathan doing it big on the show today. Hey, and check us out. Y'all don't want to miss this. We got a crossover right now into the next hour, and we got a lot of stars rolling through, and this man is lighting it up, keeping it hot. You know what I'm saying? So, check us out. This is Conversations with Cogee. Be right back, all right? Much love.
You're seconds away from Conversations with Cogee.